Welcome, and let me tell you today about the story of the impossible escape from Alcatraz. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive notifications of new stories every week. In 1934, Alcatraz Island was transformed from a military base to a highly secure federal prison, known as the Rock, because of its location in the middle of the waters of San Francisco. The prison was designed to be escape-proof, which was evident from the history of failed escape attempts over the years. The prison was meant to house the most dangerous criminals in America, who could not be controlled by any other prison. This is why the security was extremely tight, with watchtowers, floodlights monitoring the place day and night, and highly trained guards. The water around the island was also part of the security, with its cold temperature year-round and strong currents that would sweep away anyone who tried to swim. Alcatraz was more than just a regular prison. It was a symbol of fear and terror. Inmates who were imprisoned there told tragic stories of despair and horror. The thick concrete walls, narrow cells, long nights, and the sound of waves crashing against the rocky shore made it a nightmare. Any attempt to escape was considered madness. From its opening in 1934, many inmates tried to escape, but most ended up either dead or captured. Each failed attempt only reinforced the reputation that escape was impossible, increasing the despair and frustration among the inmates. Let me tell you about some of the famous failed escape attempts to show you the difficulty of escaping from Alcatraz. The first attempt was in 1936 by inmate Joseph Bowers, who was tasked with burning the prison's garbage. On April 27th, while working, he suddenly decided to climb the fence at the edge of the island. When the tower guards noticed, they ordered him to come down, but he ignored them and kept climbing. The guards then shot him, causing him to fall from a great height and die from his injuries. His story became known as the desperate escape, showing how willing inmates were to risk everything. Another attempt in 1937 involved inmates Theodore Cole and Ralph Rowe, who worked in the prison workshop. Over time, they sawed through the iron bars of a workshop window. On a foggy day, they escaped through the window, swam to the edge of the island, and disappeared into the water. Although the weather was harsh, the authorities assumed they drowned, but since their bodies were never found, the FBI listed them as missing. In 1939, another group of inmates, known as the Alcatraz Five, made an attempt. They escaped their cells using homemade tools and reached the island's shore to build a raft. However, the tower guards noticed and opened fire, killing one and capturing the others. These attempts showed the extreme difficulty and deadly risks involved in escaping. In 1943, another daring attempt was made by 4 inmates who cut through the bars of a workshop window and planned to escape using clothing bags as floats. However, they were discovered, and only 1 inmate managed to stay hidden for 2 days before being caught. In 1946, one of the most violent escape attempts, known as the Battle of Alcatraz, occurred. A group of inmates took control of the cell block, armed themselves, and attempted to escape using the prison boat, leading to a fierce battle that ended with the death of 3 inmates and the capture of others. Despite these failed attempts, the escape on June 11, 1962, by Frank Morris, John Anglin, and Clarence Anglin stands out. Frank Morris, the mastermind, known for his intelligence with an IQ of 133, and the Anglin brothers, skilled swimmers, spent months planning. They used stolen kitchen spoons to enlarge ventilation ducts, created fake heads to fool the guards at night, and constructed a raft from stolen raincoats. On the night of the escape, they crawled through the ventilation ducts, climbed to the roof, and made their way to the island's shore. Inflating their raft with a musical instrument turned into an air pump, they set off into the frigid waters. By morning, the guards discovered the escape when the fake heads didn't respond. A massive search ensued, involving the FBI, but the inmates were never found, leaving their fate a mystery. Over the years, there have been theories and alleged sightings, but the FBI closed the case in 1979, concluding they likely drowned. However, in 2013, a letter supposedly from John Anglin surfaced, claiming he was alive but dying of cancer, seeking medical treatment in exchange for revealing himself. The letter was dismissed as a hoax, and the true fate of the escapees remains unknown. The legend of Alcatraz being an escape-proof prison persists, But the story of these three men challenges that notion, making them an enduring mystery in the history of prison escapes. And that's the end of the story. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have any stories you'd like me to cover, let me know in the comments. The one with the most engagement will be featured next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video if you enjoyed it. See you next time with an even more exciting story. Goodbye.